PhysioX, broadcasting, shedding light on how the sun affects the body and nervous system.
Good morning, fellow NDSU Bison. I am Nick Clemenson with Physio News.
And I am his co-host, Ron Burgundy. We are here with you today to present a special segment, one we even go as far to say a public service announcement, to raise awareness on an important topic.
Yes, you are very right, Mr. Burgundy. Today we are going to talk about how the sun affects us all, and even more specifically, on the nervous system.
Oh, Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me.
All right, Ron, you need to settle down now. Breaking news just in, that studies show that there are many correlations with the effect of sunlight on the nervous system in humans.
There are a few individuals in our town who have recently called in about symptoms they are experiencing this winter, perhaps due to the decreasing day lengths or lack of exposure to sun.
Thankfully, we are able to get an interview with one of these citizens. His name is Justin Time. We now have a field reporter, Austin, to give us more on this story.
Well, that's a weird name.
Greetings. I'm Austin Owings reporting to you from Justin's bunker. Now, if you're having trouble seeing me right now, it's because the man we're here to interview today is literally afraid to go outside. Follow me, and we'll go interview Justin. If you look closely, you can see Justin has literally covered himself in sunscreen. Can you tell us anything about what's going on, Justin? It doesn't seem like a healthy thing to do.
Hi.
Hi, again. So, can you tell us some of your symptoms? What's going on with you, Justin?
Well, I'm tired. I just want to be left alone. I'd take a nap. I kind of want to cuddle with a bag of Doritos. I'm hungry.
That's interesting. Is there anything else you can share with our audience about what's happening?
I'm feeling weak all the time. Tired. I'm having trouble concentrating.
Justin, do you think that this could have something to do with your excessive use of sunscreen or the fact that you've never gone outside?
No! No!
All right, then. I'm Austin Owings. Now back to the studio.
We want the audience to know more about the physiological side of this case, so we were able to call up an expert, just like in Pawn Stars.
That's exactly right, Ron. We will go back to our field reporter, Austin Owings, who is reporting from a top-secret laboratory with a specialist on this topic.
I'm Austin Owings, reporting in with specialist Dwight Anderson, who's going to explain to us some of the physiological reasons behind the symptoms we saw earlier from our interviewee. Dwight?
Well, Austin, you see, humans are dependent on casual exposure to the sun for more than 90% of their vitamin D production. Solar ultraviolet B photons are absorbed by 7-dehydrocholesterol in the skin, leading to its transformation to pre-vitamin D3, which is rapidly converted to vitamin D3. Anything that either influences the number of solar UVB photons that penetrate the skin or alters the amount of 7-dehydrocholesterol in the skin influences the cutaneous production of vitamin D3. Season, latitude, time of day, skin pigmentation, aging, sunscreen use, and glass all influence the cutaneous production of vitamin D3. People are more vitamin D deficient in the winter, even though the skin is closest to the earth in the winter. The sun's rays are entering at a more oblique angle, and more UVB photons are efficiently absorbed by the ozone layer. The more oblique angle causes the UVB photons to pass through the ozone for a greater distance, causing fewer photons per unit area striking the earth. Between the months of November and February, at locations above 37 degrees latitude, there is an 80 to 100% decrease in the UVB photons reaching the Earth's surface.
Okay, so what you're saying is vitamin D is a very important part of the human body. I've heard vitamin D is a neuroactive compound that plays a large role in brain homeostasis.
That is correct.
Anything else to add about that, Dr. Know-It-All?
Ah, yes! How could I forget? Also, when light strikes a human's retina, we scientists believe that this decreases the release of melatonin.
Oh, melatonin! I know that one. Melatonin is a hormone that is produced and secreted from the pineal gland that serves to regulate daily cycles and circadian rhythms, essentially your wake and sleep cycle.
Oh, and the amount of melatonin modifies the amount of serotonin secretion in the brain. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that has been known to have a soothing, calming effect in the body and on the mind. So the more melatonin in the body, the less serotonin, and the more mental issues. These are the reasons why that weirdo you talked about earlier may be experiencing some of these symptoms. It's the lack of light!
Thank you, Dwight. Back to you.
So after I was completely confused, I decided to do a little research. Astonishing, I know. These symptoms can be avoided by simply spending more time outdoors, eating a well-balanced, nutritious diet, allowing for more energy and decreasing the craving for sweets. And also, try exercising as well as socializing with your friends.
Wow, you sound pretty smart, Ron. So, overall, the lack of sunlight causes a decrease in the body's production of vitamin D. There has been evidence that vitamin D is a neuroactive compound that plays a large role in brain homeostasis. Vitamin D has also been found to have a neuroprotective effect that can be used in the treatment of disorders such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Also, the lack of sunlight increases the amount of melatonin in the body, causing changes in the circadian rhythms as well as a decrease in the release of serotonin, causing the mental symptoms Justin was experiencing.
Right, now you think you're a scientist, huh?
This is Nick Clemenson and Ron Burgundy signing off.
Stay classy, NDSU. You can go as far. Ron Burgundy.
Solar Ultra B so cholesterol
Physiological.
onto 7-dehydrox. Holy.
Oh, don't worry, I don't have a clue what any of my lines are.
2, 3, area cold, mad clouds of smoke. It ain't no room for snow. A sucker beat, stay in the back seat and buckle up for